Glitter bombs, people. Glitter bombs. Glitter bombs and good Friday morning. I didn't realize how late this morning was, but I wasn't late. I was here. I was being productive. Oh, while I was setting up the day for today. It's Friday after all. We got big week coming up ahead. This next week is a big breakthrough for Squirrel's World. Squirrel's World this week, in 1 week from now, would have been my big reveal. But I'm putting off my big reveal because I'm still a bit of a pudding. So, good morning, CSL. So, until I gets my jiggle back in my wiggle, I will not be doing no big reveal because I'm still 40 pounds off my goal, bitches. Just because I'm smashing my goals late doesn't mean I'm not going to smash them. I just gotta work a little harder. I've seemed to have plateaued and the squish came back. So what do you do when you don't work hard every day? You get squished. So don't let the world squish you, people. Make sure you're always in the fucking mood. And if you're not in the mood, come see me. I will make you squish the world. Good morning, G-Man, Weed Man. What are you doing this morning? How's everybody's day so far? I don't know if y'all seen my paintings that I did previously. This one is the straight jacket inside your mind kind of girl. This one is the free from the confines of your mental illness. You have to choose who you're going to be every day. Every day. And this piece I'm going to donate to the Mental Health Association because this is like totally what mental health is. Because you might see me like being normal and all cool and collected, but really you can be, if you choose to be, a victim or a patient of your own mind. Don't choose that if you can. If you got a choice, choose you, people, because you fucking rock. Then I am in the works of Silver Bells, but I'm not done it yet because it still sucks holes and it's not complete. I have to do the green and the cherry holly berries, and I have to finish the green because that's not the right green. When it wasn't the right green, I stopped. I walked the fuck away from it. So I'm gonna redo the green and do the cherries, and then I have to add the details to the cabin. And this is like a fence with silver bells on it. This is a silver bell fence, but I fucked up the fence. As you can see, it looks like it fell down. See how the fence looks like it fell? I did not mean to do that. It was a faux pas on the artist's mistake. I was like, oh, what? And I can't pick it back up. I'm going to have to whitewash it and try it again. So this, once I get the green right, I'm going to start it again. But for right now, not touching it. It's not a point. Masshole! I was like, I'm gonna put my live off, and I went 10 o'clock to put this off because I thought I had it pushed for 10 o'clock, and it was 10:30. I was like, yes. And when you got off, I was like, awesome, because I'd still be there, be like chatting away. Welcome, glitter bombs. Okay, Mr. Masshole. She just chucks it. Yeah, because that, when I put that green on, I thought that was the prettiest green for them hollyberry leaves. And I literally went, oh, and I chucked it wet. The whole thing was wet. And when I picked it up, I was grateful that none of it came off. So this morning, when I get myself situated to paint, I'm going to make sure the green is nothing like this color green. I'm actually leaving that there so I know what not to make it like. So, oh, and that's still tacky. I could use that. And I saved last night's paint. Wasabi. Look at that, bitches. There's no wastage at the squirrel's world. No wastage at the squirrel's world. So I have a little black bottle or a black bottle with a pin tip to it. If you open it, great for doing like lineage on my when I whitewashes the fell down fence, the fence that fell down. I gotta pick that back up somehow, so I might have to whitewash it or create a new line of fence. I haven't been in back to the website where the lady, I think that was Joni's art, Joni. She's wicked too. Her and Michelle are my two top YouTube artists. Michelle from Berkshire Paint and Zip. So, but Joni did this one yesterday, and it was sick. And I was like, when she did like a gray circle, like an optical illusion. That it took me like hours. I was hair covered in black. I still look. I think I slept with that on me all night because I forgot a spot when I was washing my shit off. It was legit the hardest circle. And she was saying how easy it is. Just be comfortable with your circle and work the gray outward. And I'm like, I couldn't even do a circle, bitch. What the fuck? I was like, the paintbrush will not completely circle the paint. It wouldn't let me. It was like, oh, it was stopping. And it was like coming outside the lines. It was like, and it was on white. And I was like, no. So it took me literally 4 hours to do something like that, to poo-pah the green. And I was like, done. Because I have, I am working on my patience level. Because I have very little. I really had very little patience. I'm learning. Very much so. Smash that like, boys. 7 people up in this bitch. Thank you. Thank you. You know what we do. I think I showed y'all the painting. And I have also Mr. Stacy Morgan's wall. Yeah. Now, I don't know if he wants to do it that way or he just said, however, put my good vibes into it. And I like that. That's decent. What color to paint? What color was the color to paint the canvas before starting painting? White. A cream color. It's a type of white. Your paints, your canvases are always pre-dipped in a cream white. It's like not complete white. But I like to I like the wet on wet technique. It's where your paint, you do a base layer of gesso. It's like a primer, and then you do a base layer of acrylic, and then you begin your painting. Depending on your painting, you can use either black or white or a color if you choose, just as long as you have a base painting down. Because once your painting dries, it'll absorb into your canvas. And most canvases have been dipped in tint 3 times before processed and stapled, maybe twice if they're cheaper canvas. So your paint that you're using is going to absorb into your canvas, irregardless of how many times it's been dipped. It's still going to absorb. The paint on the layer of your canvas will absorb the first layer of your paint instantly because it's like a sponge, okay? Brain jerk. Boss, I'm here just talking paints, and you knows what I do. I'm here, I got a bowl full, got my paints ready. I'm not setting it up yet till I gets all what I needs done, because I had some laundry to do that I'm not touching till I'm paint free, or while I'm with paint. So, Gonna get the laundry done, then I'm gonna whack the painting into me. Cheers, everybody. I have to make a nice green. And then someone mentioned about a poinsettias yesterday. Someone said poinsettias. And I'm going to do a poinsettia painting, like a big one. Yeah. So that's my next mission. So I have like 2 canvases left because I used 3 already. Yeah, I did the wall. I did my the girl and girl in mental health, and then I did my silver bells painting. It doesn't have bells yet. It's only 2 little bells on it too. I don't understand why it's called a silver bells painting. It frustrates me. So I know Turkey Day was awesome for a lot of people. I hope it was. From ones that I know of, they had a great day. I had the best BLT sandwich I ever eat because the fact that I never had bacon in over a month was a delight. However, I did eat quite the substantial amount of bacon yesterday, but that's okay. It was delicious. I was kind of hoping to save 4 or 5 pieces on a plate like I did, and every time I passed the plate, I was like, "Oh, that looks so lonely." Or it looks so crispy. I was like, it still looks crispy. I gotta try it. And by the time I kept trying, it was still crispy in the end. I don't know about you. It was really crispy still. So you can't beat that. And I checked my bill for Sobeys, and I realized the shrimp that I had thought were 2 for $10 were not 2 for $10. They were 2 for $10 each. I was like, oh, I don't buy food like that. I can't afford food like that, people. I'm here shopping on a budget. I should bring one of them back, but I got one of these, so I'm not going to go eat it. I'm going to feel bougie eating it, that's all. I'm just going to be like, oh, rich people food. No wonder it's crispy and good. What the fuck? It was the sweetest shrimp I've had in a long time, and I was like, "That's really good." And I checked my bill because it's too good to be that fucking cheap. And I was sure as shit, I knew I was right. It was too good to be that cheap because they were a nice sweet shrimp, and I was like, "Oh, they can't be that cheap." And I checked my bill, man. Sure, so rotted, but not rotted because I'm gonna be eating good. I'm gonna be eating good for the week. Rich people food. It's true. Fucking $20 worth of shrimp. Who the fuck am? Listen, I don't know about you, but you don't know me that well. But if you knew me well enough, I don't spend $20 on any meat. Okay, and that's like duck too. I've never bought duck. Why would I buy a duck? It's like I'm cheap. I eat chicken and salmon. My $7 package of salmon is gonna do me a lot of meals. I can make a big pot of salmon risotto and fucking split that into 4. That's how I eat. I love shrimp too, but you can't afford it. I can't afford it. I was like, okay, just calm down because one of them is opened. I'm after eating it. I'm not bringing it back. They are worth the $10. I have to say, because it's like you pay for what you get. Stock Explorer, exciting news on the bat front. Boys, cacas, no cacas. It's a bat. BAT. If you're into stocks and shares and anything like that, or if you thinks you've got $25 you should throw in on something, throw it in on bat or Neo. Neo is good too. I have bet stocks. My bet stocks have gained $12 in 4 days. 4 days. That's a 4-day $12 or for three. So $1 a day. I'm making $1 a day on them stocks because they went right up. Like they shot up. I was like, I gained $22. Midnight last night, I was up $22 on my $25. It was $25 I put down on it. And it's like, it was 48 something or 40 something. And I was like, oh, I'm not pulling it. And I'm not pulling it. I'll pull it in January. I'll put it in January. I will. Because January is when everybody's like, oh, buying back into the market. I'm holding it. I'm not touching any of them. All my positions, the 3 positions that I held in on the NASDAQ, that one you told me about, I think I spent like $32 on it. I have lost $2.16 in 11 days. So it's like I'm losing 10 cents a minute a day. So I don't care. Because when it fucking hits, it hits, right? All it takes is one buddy to say, hey, I'm selling the company for $60 billion and we're rich. It's fact. I don't lose unless you sell. You don't lose unless... Exactly. Right? If it's going down and you go, oh no, my money, you pull out, you've lost. You've already lost instantly. That moment you take that out. Because if it's still there, it's got to gain. It's got nowhere to go but up. If it drops out that bad, then it wasn't meant for you. Right? Like, the reason it drops out so quickly and people lose their shirt is because when they see a trend down, everybody starts to sell. And then the bottom falls out of it. And then you get people like me or MJ swooping in and saying, oh, that's dirt cheap again. I'll buy that. And it goes right back the fuck up again. And then people are like, oh, I'll sell it again. Yeah, it's all a Fugazi Stock Explorer. It's all a Fugazi. It's not your money anymore. It's somebody else's play money. And that's how it is. Somebody else can play with it and lose it if they like, because it's money. It's not yours no more because it's somebody else's. Them companies sitting there with nothing in the middle of their mom's basement trying to make a go of it. They don't see this money. It's not put into them. It's out there. Invested into the hedge funds and the money makers and the wheelers and dealers. I've listened, I've learned, I've watched. I was told a few things. Pay attention. Because you mightn't have money, but it don't take money. It takes everybody else's money. Right? You mightn't have a pot to piss in, but if you got good people that are fucking believing in you, they'll find money for you. Mm-hmm. They're called angel investors. They come out of nowhere and expect nothing but a return when you can. It's called angel investors. Or they're not an actual group or anything, I don't think. But it's people who have faith in you, that have a few dollars, that are willing to put it into where your mouth is and let you do what you need to do. And that's an angel investor. And they're out there, people. There's people out there sitting on money, not knowing what to do with it. Sitting on land, not knowing what to do with it. Find them people. Do what you want. Wouldn't you rather do what you want than to fucking cow down and bow down to other people for the rest of your life? Isn't that the life's goal? To be content with your lot? I think so. I see millionaires made here often. Millionaires made here often. Yeah. Invest in the cannabis industry. And invest in the cannabis industry is right. The cannabis industry, if you're not going to invest in it, then it's your loss because there's money to be made. And the more you can focus on government funding and how is it more of a profit for them, because like the government is doing this to create revenue. They're not doing this because they had to. They're not doing this because it's a choice for them. They're doing this because they want the money from it. They see it's $1 billion business. Grow generation stock. Okay, what's that? Grow generation stock. Is that cheap enough for me to buy? Or is that like money, people? Explain, because I'm cheapy. GRWG. I will check it out. Thank you. I will check it out. Now the 3 shares that I put in for $32, they've gone down to 30. I'm leaving that there for another week. If it stays, I'm going to leave it. If it goes down much, I'm going to put it into the GWG. Some stocks you can't buy. Some stocks it says, no, you're not allowed. They're not for sale. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean they're not for sale? It's not available. What? Bougie bitches. That's what that is. I don't like to be told no. It's not my scene. I really think there are options around the whole, no, that's not your idea. No, don't do that. Well, if I could do it this way instead, is that better? Let's work with me here. Don't just say no. Can I buy it for cheap? No. Okay, well then, can I buy it for a little more? No. Well then, fuck yeah. I ain't buying it. Government funding. No government funding. No government funding. You don't need government funding. There are people out there with money that are looking for fucking investments in the pot every day. Just got to find them. Just got to find them. Look, there are several pot platforms. Put it out there. Put it out there. You're looking for an angel investor. Tell me there won't be people fucking coming to your door or looking or offering you things. Bullshit, because it's true. 7 people up in this. I like that number. Hey, that is Cannabis Culture Australia. I have 100-year share bond in Chinese Herbal Medicine Company. That is $1 billion stock. That is $1 billion stock if you had the right collector. The company is probably out of business, is it? Or it went to a better business. And that's probably a big fucking pile of cash there, Hookster. Pile. Ganja. What's up, 562 glitter bombs? I'm here smoking a bowl. I was painting. I did a lot of good painting. I did this one the other day. This one is the confines of our mind and the mental health. And this one is free from the confines of our mind. letting go of the doubts and the shit that keeps us in a straitjacket. I'm donating this piece to the Canadian Mental Health Association. Toot sweet. As soon as I get it clear coated. And hopefully they can do some good with it. Because that is how it is in people's minds when you're dealing with mental health illnesses. Because it might just seem like we're all a little weird somehow, but it's not really weirdness. We all struggle big time with little things, but it's very overwhelming at times for people. And if you get up and you choose to be trapped in your mind, then your day is going to suck holes, literally and figuratively. So don't do that. Try to find freedom from your doubts in your mind, because when you do that, you see what other people see, and you're able to uh, go about your day easier. Like it wasn't so hard to work out, or, well, it was hard today to work out. I made it hard for myself because I chose to do my laundry first. So, but I'm still working on me, people, right? I don't have everybody's answer. I'm still searching for my own. I never pretended to be a know it all or a doctor, but I can guarantee you any kind of pill that you're on or taking can be adjusted in plant form. You can, and I'm not talking about just ganja or weed, although I'm a big plant ganja fan. I know for a fact there's a lot of plants that are growing and grown that eases many disabilities and dysfunctions. They call it Chinese medicine. Back to that sheer band. Uh, Chinese medicine is herbal medicine. It is taking a plant or a root of a plant and making up an elixir or a rub or a potent thing, drop or tincture, whatever you call it, and giving it to a patient. That kind of medicine is real. That kind of medicine is practiced for thousands of years and still heals and cures today. Every pill that's made, manufactured, or produced has taken a life in some form, some way, somehow. Every single one. Every doctor. Every doctor that says, here, take this, this will make you feel better. It doesn't make you feel better. It masks whatever the symptom is. Using whatever plant that you choose for your illness is a complicated one, but it can be done. Everything that is ailing every person in this world can be fixed through natural medicine. And it's going to be my mission in life to find natural medicines and heal people and help people just because it's the right thing to do, just because it should be. That's how it should be. People shouldn't be dependent on doctors and pills to survive. People should be, oh my God, free to live how they choose. I was trapped and chained to my doctor's will. If he decided not to show up the day that I was due for my medication, I literally became violently ill, as did many of his patients. I looked around and I said, you know what? This is ridiculous. And I went away and I got myself better. And I came back. And when I came back to the doctor, I looked around and I shook my head. And everyone was saying, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. I said, the reason why I haven't seen you in a long time is because I'm well. I chose not to choose this way. You all have voices, I said. I got upset and I left the office one day. And I said, this is disgusting, I said, to have everybody here. People were physically sick. They were shitting themselves. They were puking. They were throwing up. They were shivering. People were sick without their medication. And I said, you, as a doctor, should have more fucking humanity than to do that to patients that are suffering because of you. It was his fucking way of fucking terrorism. My friend always said that he wanted to kill people. It was his intention to slowly kill people. And I'm like, yep, I agree with you 100%. And my doctor had me in a loop of here you go. Thanks. A victim. Thanks. So sick that I didn't want to wait for him to be filled. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this my life? Don't I deserve better? That was 8 years ago. Or 9 years ago. 2012 I left. So 9 years ago. No. 2012. Yeah. 9 years. 9 years ago. I won't ever let a doctor tell me that I'm unwell. When he did, I come home and I was on thyroid medication because I had hypothyroidism. And I'm like, no, I just don't feel well. I wasn't well. I was, all of my levels were off. I was sick. And I was like, what the fuck? So hypothyroidism, they thought I was dying. They thought they were going to have to surgery me. I had to take a pill for the rest of my life, they said. Tapazole. Well, Tapazole was the reason I lost my child. Tapazole was the reason I couldn't keep a child inside my stomach. Again, another drug that took from me. I'm done. I said, I'm done with doctors. Last year, my doctor looked at me and said, you're overweight, you're very obese. I'm going to check your levels. Okay. I was drinking a lot throughout the year, I got drunk, and the next day I woke up and I went in to get my blood work. But I forgot myself, and I took a piece of pizza and I ate it on the way. So my sugars were on 30. When the blood work came back, my sugars were on 30. And the doctor says, you're a full-blown diabetic. I'm putting you on insulin and metformin immediately. I went off my head. I can't do that. I said, I'm not able to do that. There's no possible way I'm checking my sugars, let alone sticking my finger every day to fucking check my sugars. I went off my head. With that, I instantly began high blood pressure. So for 4 months, I took high blood pressure pills. I took metformin, and I took insulin shots daily, till I shot myself with insulin and my whole entire stomach blew out to a point I thought I was going to lose my mind. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to explode. I took the insulin pen and I threw it away, and I never took another pill after. I haven't taken another pill after. My doctor said, what? What do you mean you stopped taking your insulin? You do realize you could die? I said, I would rather die. I said, my blood pressure is no longer there because of the stress of not having to prick my finger or stick my fucking stomach or leg. I said, I don't have to inject myself with insulin. I'm not a diabetic. Check me again, I said. She said, it's impossible, she said, for you to have diabetes and not have it. I said, check me again. I said, how do you want me to beg? I said, I haven't taken a pill or needle in months. Check me again, I said. That was in January of this year. After me begging my doctor to please test me again. I'm not a diabetic. I don't have high blood pressure. It was the needles, the thoughts of me pricking myself. I won't ever let another doctor look at me and say, you have something wrong with you. I won't ever let them. Because if there's something that wrong with me, I don't want anything you have to offer. There's nothing you have to offer me. New liver because my old doctor fucked me? No. It's the only thing I needs from you, doc. And then I don't want your shit either. I don't want any kind of pills. I don't want any kind of drugs. So how are we going to do it? It's not going to be done. So pills and doctors, I don't have white coat syndrome. I don't. Because I'll go to a doctor and I'll tell him he's full of shit. I know he is. What you learned in that book, don't tell me shit about my body. What you went through school to fucking learn to cut me open and fix whatever's inside of me, don't tell you shit about my body. And that's that. And I don't mean to get upset about it, but it's a very upsetting thing for me because my whole life, I was told I wasn't fixable without a pill. Here, take that. Here, fix that. Here, take that. Nobody. And yeah, I sounds like I'm crazy because I think that doctors are ruining the world. No, that's not a conspiracy theory, people. Look around you. It's not a fucking conspiracy. It's not a made up fact. Look fucking around you. I've lost too many in my life to say it's a conspiracy. So, that being said, it is a point of no return for me. So I'm going to help as many people as I can till I can't no more. So the more people I can tell, there is a better option. There is hope. "13 psych meds." Right? No. I'm not going to take any more. Right? Can you imagine if they put me on psych meds when I was 16 because I was depressed because my family was in turmoil? Because I chose a hospital instead of my home? I would be a victim. I would be dead by now. They'd have me a zombie into Waterford. In fact, if I had to say, okay, medicate me, I'm 16. No. I've lived a good life. Yeah, I chose to make some shitty decisions, but I've lived my life. I didn't have anyone else do it for me. Or so I thought. And now that I'm realizing it wasn't me all along, it's all somebody else's fuckery. It really has only one bearing on my future. Am I going to break that cycle? Fuck yes. Am I going to choose me every fucking time? What more do we need? That's all we need. And it's almost 11:11, people. It's 11:07. There's the lucky number. Smoking this and I'm peacing out. I love you. I love you all, guys. You knows that. I just tired of people feeling they have no choice. Because they do. Right? I was tied up with my doctors for 10 years or more. Actually, it was longer. It was like 15, 20 years. I was with the one doctor. I was 18 till I was 36, 32, 36, 34. Yeah. So it was too long anyway. It was too long with the one doctor. Doctor who said, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you're okay. Right? Like we all do. We believed them. We had faith in these people that we trusted to keep us well, to make sure we're healthy and alive. Now, when next time your doctor passes you over your prescription to fix you, say, is there anything else you can do? Watch the surprised look on his face and walk out. $5. I can bet you right now. I got it in my PayPal. Watch the surprised look on his face when you ask him, is there anything else you can do? Because there's nothing. Offer you an assessment at a hospital because you're mental. You're going against your doctor. Fact. Look at what they did to Jess at that hospital. She went in for stomach pain. Yup. Fact. I've been in hell, people. I didn't choose to go in there. Right? It wasn't ooh, there's a slide to hell. Let's go. And I went wee all the way down. So I'm choosing me from now on. And that is my glitter bomb. Yep. And if I ever looks up at anybody here and says, oh, fuck, I'm not doing this today. Look at me and say, what? Yeah, you fucking are, bitch. Right? Just saying. Because I will always do this today. I will always do this today. If I have a choice and I don't have any options left, I've got options. And I won't drink this, bitch. I won't drink this like this. Nope, it won't be in my bottle. No. I'm going to paint something. Yeah. And no, I don't have to paint something to calm my nerves. There is nothing that truly calms my nerves. So, if I hadn't chose them, or yes, Doc, thanks, Doc, I appreciate you, Doc, I would be in a lot better state, probably. I would probably be functioning on an infinite level. But I'm going to get there one way or another. One way or another, bitches, I'm going to get there. And I don't have all my answers. But I'm not going to stop looking. And I love you all. It's 11:11. Come to Brain Jerk in 20 minutes, bitches. You knows it's a good time. Love y'all. Peace.